Hello， 大家好，好久不见。今天的 vlog 是自言自语的 vlog， 因为很久没有做这种自言自语的 vlog， 所以我想重新跟大家讲一下为什么这样子的 vlog 会有帮助。做这样的 vlog 会帮助我们自己的自信，我们越做我们会有更多的自信。第二是我们的表达能力，有一些人不是非常的擅长表达自己的想法。然后第三个原因是因为我们有这样子的 vlog， 就可以给自己创造一个语言的环境。好的，那我前几天遇到了一个学生，给他布置一个作业，因为我发现他的过去式用的不是很对，他需要更多的练习，所以我给他布置的5个问题之一就是 What are some good experiences you've had after getting married? Hi everybody, I'd like to share with everyone some good experiences and great memories I've had after getting married. I've had many, but in particular, I can remember one, which is my cycling trip to Vietnam with my wife. This happened in 2016, and we rode from Nanning all the way to Hanoi and back to Nanning. The whole trip lasted for 15 days. During this time, we spent a few days traveling around, so it wasn't just cycling straight for 15 days. Next, I'd like to talk about why we did this trip. Well, for me, I've always wanted to do this trip. It's because my ancestors moved from Guangxi to Vietnam. And that's where our story began. My parents went from Vietnam to Canada afterwards. And when I came to China in 2008, I felt like I wanted to relive the same experiences or similar experiences that my ancestors did. So the best thing that I could think of was to go from Guangxi to Vietnam again. Also, I love cycling. So for a few months, when I decided that it was time for me to realize this goal, I had been training a lot. I had been biking probably 3 to 5 times a week with my friends or alone. And as soon as I was able to bike 100 kilometers and come back home without being tired, I knew I was ready. I was conditioned. The next step was to convince my wife. My wife wasn't very enthusiastic, or as enthusiastic as I was. So it took some persuading to do. I said to her that, don't worry, if you're tired, I can always pull you. And there's no time restraints, so we can just rest anywhere and just have fun. She decided to go, and our trip began. One of the best things that I can think of from this trip, well, there's so many, but to sum it up, I think the best part was definitely the whole exploration aspect to it all. I think that we didn't know what was going to happen and all the things we would see or the roads that we would ride on. And for us, it was a brand new exploration adventure. I remember one time the map showed us to cross the river. And I was thinking, of course, we can cross the river. We've done this many times. There's a bridge probably, no worries. But as soon as we got there, we realized that there was no bridge in sight. So we were thinking, how could we cross the river? And we saw a whole bunch of people lining up, going down towards the water. And we were thinking, okay, let's just follow them. And when we were there, we saw everyone was waiting at the riverbank. And we were thinking, what's happening? And after 5 minutes of waiting, a ferry came. A ferry came to pick us up. And we were thinking, whoa, this is so cool. This is totally not what we were expecting. So we got onto the ferry, crossed the river together with a whole bunch of people, and we were thinking, wow, what a cool experience. If we didn't make this biking trip, the cycling trip, if we didn't come down this road, if we didn't do any of this, we would never have this kind of experience. So I think this trip in 2016 was one of the best trips we've had after getting married. Thank you very much. Catch you later. 哎呀，无论怎么样，无论怎么样，我们经常练习这个技能都是有 帮助。
骑行，骑行，我们去骑行，开开心心去骑行，高兴去骑行。骑行，骑行，我们去骑行。